Tonight on News 5 Live, 2 men drowned near the Iguana Creek Bridge on Easter Sunday. In Belize City, Clay Utter executed days after the state of emergency was implemented. In political news, the UDP's PG mayoral candidate wants a re-election. Franklin Polonio alleges ballot destruction. And BDF soldiers and Coast Guard officers in Jamaica preparing for deployment in Haiti. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together. $13,835,700 eggs are eaten by tourists each year, fueling our thriving economy. Tourism means business.
We understand that there aren't enough hours in the day. That's why RF&G is working to make the process of renewing your insurance policies easier. WhatsApp the words "Get Started" to 670-8700. We will prompt you to select the service you are interested in. Select the service and answer a few simple questions. An RF&G representative will process your request and follow up with you when your transaction is completed. It's that easy. Use WhatsApp and skip the lines. Remember, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
I know a Belizean. Of course, I will make sure the place clean, especially the places then where we treasure.
I know a Belizean. Of course, I have a bag for my garbage in my car.
I know a Belizean. Of course, I believe to do for we part to protect the environment.
I know a Belizean. Of course, I teach my picnic from small enough to throw garbage on the ground.
I know a Belizean. Of course, on and off the court. We unite as a team to keep Belize clean.
As Belizeans, let's trash the habit and not the beauty.
My name is Leomar Langzert and I'm a teacher and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer, with these online that Belize Bank offer, is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, April 2nd. I am Sabrina Daly. Two friends lost their lives in a drowning incident on Easter Sunday. Esau Castillo and Eduardo Martinez were reportedly socializing at the riverbank near the Iguana Creek Bridge. Sometime during their visit there, they decided to go for a swim in the river. But the two men never made it out of the water alive. News 5's Marian Ali has the story.
Two friends, Esau Castillo from La Gracia village and Eduardo Martinez from Melchor de Mencos, Guatemala, died while swimming together on Easter Sunday. The men were reportedly swimming in a race against each other when their outing quickly turned into a nightmare in the river near the Iguana Creek Bridge, Cayo. Despite efforts by the Spanish Lookout Fire Rescue Team, it was too late to save them on Easter Sunday evening. Peter Friesen lives near the area where the incident happened.
I live close to the bridge and I noticed the ambulance and the fire truck went to the river. So with my own interest, I went there and see what's happened. And apparently the friends had a time by the river, outdoor in the river swimming. And two guys decided to do a little race with the swimming. They didn't never make it to the destination where they were racing to.
According to Friesen, it didn't take very long to recover the first victim's body, but the search for the other one took a bit longer.
As I reached there, they had found one body already and took him out, and they were searching for the second. And within an hour, they found the second one, and Spanish Lookout Rescue Team were out there to look at it, and they had used a drone to look into the water, and that's where they find the second body in the river, so they were taken out as well before dark.
Elisandro Paz knew both men who died. Castillo was his employee, and Martinez came by once a week. But the day when they died, he saw them minutes earlier.
I saw maybe like 15, 20 minutes before that happened. Mm-hmm.
Explain to me.
Okay, well, when I was in the river, I do my barbecue there, and after that I was playing with my kids in the water. Well, a few minutes I was in the water. Somebody called me that the guys come down there and they come down in the river. So I walked down there and we didn't see nobody. So. Yeah.
You had him working on your house, which means now that work has stopped.
Yeah, right now everything stopped, so yeah, we feel so bad that happened, no?
Friesen and Paz lament that from time to time, lives are lost at the location. They hope that this tragedy serves as a somber reminder of the dangers that can lurk beneath the surface.
Every once in a while it happened, but people go a lot to the river to take a swim when it's hot. I think it's always good to take advice if people advise them not to swim and watch the water. But it's a good thing to learn to swim from young.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
Well, all accounts are that Esau Castillo and Eduardo Martinez drowned after they went under on Easter Sunday. Post-mortem examinations will still have to be conducted on the bodies to certify their cause of death. Today, the Regional Commander, Eastern Division, ACP Ilberto Romero, told reporters that the bodies of the two friends are awaiting autopsies now.
On Sunday, the 31st day of March 2024, around 4:33 p.m., police responded to reports of drowning at Iguana Creek Bridge in the Cayo district. Upon their arrival, they found somebody reported that two persons were swimming and they went under and not resurfaced. Searches were done where the lifeless bodies of Eduardo Martinez and Esau Castillo were found. Information is that they were both swimming in the area when they went under, did not resurface. Both bodies were retrieved and were taken to the morgue and now await a post-mortem examination. No injuries were observed on the bodies.
A man was killed in his yard on Good Friday in Belize City. 52-year-old Clay Utter, also known as Clay Monsato, was fatally shot by a gunman who jumped his fence and targeted him. Surveillance footage from the home shows the shooters climbing across a wooden fence, while a second individual on a motorcycle waited for him on the street. Moments later, shots rang out, and the perpetrator ran back towards the motorcycle. Both men sped off in the direction of Mahogany Street. Utter is no stranger to the law. He was wanted by the police in 2004 for murder. Utter was said to be a prominent street figure in those times. He spent the last 20 years in the U.S., was deported 7 months ago, and was in the process of completely transforming his life, according to his family's account. So, did his past catch up to him? News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
Clay Utter was killed inside his yard on Mackenzie Street in Belize City, only 3 days after a state of emergency was declared. On Good Friday, Utter was sitting down next to his house when a gunman jumped his fence and opened fire in his direction. The gunman then got on a motorcycle and sped off, leaving behind a fatally injured Utter. The 52-year-old shooting victim was deported to Belize 7 months ago after spending time behind bars in the U.S. His brother, Raymond Futi Gongora, says Utter had made a complete change since returning home.
My mom, when I was 17, Clay me 9, my sister me 16, next one me 8, and I ended up me the head of the family and still is. And when Clay me younger, Clay was caught up in a different things in the gang world. Yes, I understand that. But he got 2 I killed, kids them get killed, Clay gone away. Now 20 years after he come back deported. So he said, well, you know, I have to try to know my kids there. You feel like know my grandkids there and show my kids there some love. If it wasn't for that, Clay would have must probably go right back. But this is what he was trying to do, like get to know his kids there now. Then one thing I mean is that I didn't want to hear nobody talking about when I'm going to kill this one, kill that one for Clay. Because at the end of the day, if you kill 1,000 man, it still not please me. At the end of the day, that's still one black youth, or still one young man who deserve a chance in a life. And that no one bring back my brother.
In 2004, Utter was wanted by police for questioning in connection with a murder. He was also wanted around the same time for questioning in connection with an attempted murder and an attempted burglary. Gongora says that while Utter had his past, he wants people to know that his brother was a jovial individual who transformed into someone who wanted to see better for his community. Gongora suspects, however, that his brother's past may have caught up with him.
Clay came, and Clay, to be honest, Clay name go about anywhere just like that. If you want to find Clay, that's where they find her always at home. You know, like nothing where they plan to kill you. He not even into that. He may go into his family, into his kids, and try. We basically made a try to get her life back. Coming you guys so long, like I tell him, Belize different. You know, I mean, just try keep by yourself. You know what? Yes, I know you have to be social with people in the community, but just be careful because there are people linked with all kind of different gang. And later on, once you get recognized as certain people, then you will get recognized as one of them people. And by Belize, a lot of guys get killed just by affiliation because they're guilty by association. So I just always talk to and tell them, you know what, just stay with them, and if you need to go nowhere.
Raymond Futi Gongora is one of the lead mediators in the Belize Police Department's Leadership Intervention Unit. Gongora spends a lot of his time mediating between members of rival gangs to quell flare-ups and prevent violent acts of crime. So, does his brother's murder change his perspective on the work that he has been doing?
Honestly, no. It hurts. I mean, I love that man. I love my brother. He loved me. But there's a lot of other youths, and we are all black men. And as I see it, we are at risk. Our race is at risk because we kill out each other while every other race look on. So at the end of the day, we still have to stop this. I mean, if because my brother got killed, I just throw in the towels like that, it's like I never did have a heart in it, you know. And my heart in the work I do because then I one of the kids from that same environment, they know that some of them have peer pressure, some of them pressure them into doing things, some of them don't have no outlets, so that's why they're in where they're in and at the location where they're there. It's a problem. So why would I just throw it in? That means if I throw it in, my heart wasn't in it.
Uther lost 2 of his children to gun violence. He leaves behind 10 other children.
Me, only God knows best. And I know that I there because of God, and he was here because of God. So I have to say what God decide and what God make happen, no man can question. And the way I see it, it's God's will. So he know what to do. That's I think will keep me going. Okay? Just could deal with this right now. Because that's not an easy thing as a human person. I mean, your emotions, everything, but you gotta, it's not an easy thing for me right now, as you said, to talk, but I have to try to be the person and the bigger person and say, you know what, where God decide, no man can, put different.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Investigators say they are following all leads but have been unable to establish a motive for Clay Uther's murder. What investigators do know is that the shooter had an accomplice on a motorcycle. ACP Gilberto Romero told reporters today that they are reviewing security camera footage.
On Friday, the 29th day of March 2024, around 4 p.m., police responded to a shooting incident on Mackenzie Street, Belize City, where the motionless by the female person who was identified as Clay Uther Monsanto, 52 years, who had multiple gunshot injuries to the body. Investigation revealed that Clay was in his yard when he was approached by a male person who fired several shots towards him, causing his fatal injuries. We are seeking several suspects in regards to this murder.
I know that Mr. Monsanto, he was a gang figure back in the day, and he moved to the U.S. and got deported. Was it his past activities that caught up with him?
Well, we are following up on several leads and several motives, but we have not narrowed down exactly what was the cause for this murder. Yes, we have dealt with him in the past, and the information we have that this person was brought there by another male person on a motorcycle, and after the shooting, they both fled from the area.
And the surveillance footage, has that proven to help narrow down suspects?
Again, we are looking at footage along with other information we gathered from interviews, and we're following up on those.
Franklin Cranca Polonio, the UDP's mayoral candidate in Punta Gorda town, wants a re-election in that municipality. Polonio filed an election petition through his attorney Lyndon Jones against PUP Mayor Carlos Obia Galvez and Chief Elections Officer Josephine Tamay. In the petition, Polonio says that there were some discrepancies as it pertained to the ballots, and with the considerable quantity of ballots deemed void, it leads to speculation that there was fraudulent destruction. Galvez won the mayoral seat by 25 votes. Polonio says that initial counting showed that he was in the lead, and that after a recount, there was a considerable decrease in the ballots in his favor and an increase in the ballots in Galvez's favor. He adds that after the counting ended, Polonio was informed that several ballots were deemed void or not having an official signature. So with that, Polonio is demanding a re-election or a recount. We'll continue to follow this story. Coming up, Roaring Creek family needs your help to rebuild their home.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word." People often ask, can you live a Christian life and stay clean in a wicked and dirty world? In 1980, while preaching in the village of Big Falls in the Toledo district of Belize, where it rains about 161 inches a year, a young teenage girl reminded me, you could. One Sunday I was invited with others by her father to her home back in the bush and on the river for a meal. After lunch, I walked outside to see her standing surrounded by water and mud in a perfectly clean white dress. As I looked at her, I thought, If that young lady can stay clean in this environment, then why cannot we stay clean in a dirty world? The Bible tells us how we can. First, we must heed God's Word. Secondly, we must draw nigh to God. Thirdly, we must ask God to cleanse us. Fourthly, we must learn to live a daily cleansed life by confessing our sins. The Bible says if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Let these truths guide you today. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s. Sure. People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
I don't want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine what they give me? No. Paper.
What are your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the DigiOne Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, DigiTV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
At The Oasis, we believe in the art of celebration. Our exquisite range of wines adds a touch of elegance to every celebration. Elevate your sports night with the finest spirits from The Oasis. Savor the victory with every sip. Love, laughter, and the perfect blend. Whether it's a romantic evening or a casual get-together, our spirits set the mood. The Oasis is your destination for all occasions. Visit us today and discover a world of taste, quality, and elegance. The Oasis, where every bottle tells a story.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
A family of 6 from Roaring Creek Village is displaced after their home went up in smoke on Easter Sunday morning. Moises Garbut, his wife, and their 4 small children had just left home to go to a neighbor's house where he was trying to finish a project. But less than 30 minutes later, the place they called home was on fire. News 5's Marian Ali reports.
A young family and their 4 little children are depending on you to help them rebuild their home that burnt down on Easter Sunday morning. Moises Garbut told us he was trying to help a relative fix their home when he found out that his one was ablaze.
Everyone was over there assisting with some wooden project. And minutes after, the neighbors shouted that the house was on fire. When I came home, the whole house was almost total, everything was almost gone.
Garbut says he can only assume what claimed his house.
I believe it's due to the heat and some glass object that was nearby. Something like that probably caused the burner.
Have the fire officials been here to investigate?
Yeah, they came and they investigate. They give me, they are not so sure, but they give me a little idea where the fire started and more or less.
Garbut said he was not able to save anything and his losses are significant. How much would you say you lost?
About $16,000 with total everything.
And then now you've been displaced, so you, your wife, and your kids are staying where?
Everyone is staying on my aunt. We're trying to lean on them. I'm begging for anyone here to help, anyone in the community. I need basically just like material to build another board structure or something. It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't matter if it's smaller or so, just so I can have a roof or something over my head and my family.
If you can assist Moises Garbut and his family to rebuild their home, you can reach him at 638-5739. Marian Ali for News 5.
Last Wednesday, a fire at the corner of Pickstock Street and Lovely Lane erupted around 7:45 p.m., destroying the home of 28-year-old Alicia Rancharan. Rancharan, her 3 children, and her parents were fortunately unharmed by the flames, but are still in need of assistance. News 5's Brittany Gordon spoke with the mother of 3 today for the full story.
While many people spent the long weekend relaxing with friends or family, Alicia Rancharan and her family were processing the loss of all their possessions and the roof over their heads. In just a matter of hours, the place they had called home for the past 5 years was consumed by a fire that erupted late Wednesday evening. Rancharan said that she was not at home at the time of the fire due to a recent death in the family and got the call while at the repast.
After they had a repast, I went by, sat down with my family, my friends. While we were sitting down, someone called my mom, stated that, hey, Alicia's house is on fire. Someone who was at the funeral with us offered me a ride home. Upon reaching to the home, where I call home, I saw my house completely engulfed in fire. I was just panicking. I did not know what to do. I started crying.
Rancharan explained that her partner had stepped out to purchase food for the family moments before the fire, and that it was her 7-year-old daughter that saved the other children.
It was my 3 kids and my gentleman. However, he had completed a day's work, so he decided to step out to go and get something for them to eat that night. Just less than 50 yards away, he went to buy. He said that someone came to him and tell him to go back home. When he reached back home, he saw the fire. My kids was inside, my 7-year-old girl, my 4-year-old son, and my other baby girl, who's 1-year-old. My daughter stated that she peeped out and she saw the smoke, so she had no other option but to grab her brother and sister and take them outside. My son, not knowing what is happening, he decided to just go back inside to continue watching TV, and she yelled at him, "Hey, there's a fire, we need to get out." She dragged him by the arm, took them downstairs, and by the time my gentleman reached back from shop, they was already downstairs, safe, thank God.
An investigation by the Belize National Fire Service revealed that the fire started on the ground floor after a makeshift stove was tipped over by one of the building's tenants.
The neighbor, Mr. Elodorio, better known as Dolo, he lives downstairs. He does not have any current. So he was, I think, making a lamp. They stated that it tipped over. He did not yell for help until the whole bathroom was already engulfed in flame. And the Monday before this incident took place, I saw him lighting that stuff in the pan, and I spoke to him and I said, "Hey, Dolo, you don't need to be lighting that. I have 2 lamps from the previous hurricane that I could lend you." He was like, "No, it's okay."
She said that she is grateful that her family all escaped the fire safely. However, as all their possessions were lost to the flames, they are struggling to get back on their feet and are in need of assistance to do so.
This took me over. Never thought that this would be me. You know, I've seen many incidents where persons are displaced by a fire. Never thought that I would end up in this situation, but it could have been worse. I thank the Lord that my kids are safe. I rather losing, materialistic items than being lost the life of any one of my kids or, everything I lost. I recently borrowed a loan from Belize Bank to finish completing my home. I recently purchased new brand sofa, refrigerator, microwave, washing machine, everything I lost. The only thing that I was left with was that black and white clothing I had on for a funeral. My kids lost everything, their toys, their bicycles, all their footwears, everything. So I'm just pleading to the public to, render some assistance. I know that there's still good people out there. I'm asking from the depths of my heart to, try and assist, whether it be food items, clothing, household, finance-wise. Anything will be greatly appreciated.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Tonight, a 66-year-old retiree residing on Victoria Street in Belize City avoided jail time after admitting guilt to possessing controlled substances with the intent to distribute 1.9 grams of crack cocaine. Lancelot Earl Frederick Vernon appeared in court this morning, and in lieu of a custodial sentence, he was fined $1,800 with an additional $5 court fee payable by July 31st. If he fails, he will be sentenced to 1 year in prison. Vernon expressed remorse, saying he picked up the drug for a friend and was later stopped by the police on Castle Street. A house on that street is known to sell drugs, including crack cocaine. A Ladyville resident accused of causing the death of a young man in a tragic traffic accident will face trial for manslaughter by negligence. He is 53-year-old Manuel Ramos. He stands accused of killing 22-year-old Joshua Martinez on March 21st, 2023. Ramos faced multiple charges, including causing death by careless conduct, driving without due care and attention, driving with an alcohol concentration above the legal limit, and causing injuries to Tyreek Jr. Usher. Following the preliminary inquiry, the court committed Ramos to stand trial at the High Court's June 2024 session. The fatal accident occurred between miles 8 and 9 on the Philcosen Highway. PC David Griffith was also injured in the incident. After the commitment to stand trial, Ramos had his bail revoked, but he was granted a new bail set at $5,000 along with 2 sureties of $2,500 each, which he was able to fulfill. Police in Belize City are investigating a shooting that left 28-year-old Christian Molina injured. It happened on Sunday night on Crown Street, and according to the police, Molina was socializing outside when someone he thought was his friend shot him. ACP Gilberto Romero told reporters today that the suspect is being sought.
On Sunday, the 31st day of March 2024, around 9:37 p.m., police responded to a shooting incident on Krong Street, Belize City. Upon arrival, they saw Christian Molina with gunshot injuries. He was taken to the KHMH for treatment, where he is now there listed in a stable condition. Christian reported he was at a yard in the area when he was approached by a male person who pulled out a firearm and fired shots towards his direction. He ran off and was shot, but is now stable. We are seeking one suspect in regards to this shooting.
Any motive?
No motive at this time. He said that he knows the person, so we're looking for this person.
And does he have has he had confrontations with the person before?
Not that they know of, no.
After the break, BDF and Coast Guard training in Jamaica for Haiti peace mission. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Just a few years ago, agriculture in Belize was a dying industry. Dying because of a drought in government assistance and a lack of vision which left farmers struggling to survive and feed their families. Today, all that has changed, with new leadership in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise. For the first time in the nation's history, Belize has been recognized as a regional giant for its work towards self-sufficiency, being able to feed our people on what we grow here. As a result of the ministry's thrust towards diversification, crops such as avocado, papaya, soursop, cucumber, tomatoes, potatoes, rice, corn, and many others have all shown significant spikes in production. The best part of this is that it is our small farmers who have contributed to this push for diversification with the ministry's guidance, and it is the small farmers who are benefiting. The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, moving forward with leadership that works for our farmers, for the industry, and for the nation.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V Department Store. They carry a vast array of products at unbeatable prices. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at the V. Conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Haiti continues to be plagued by violence as gangs engage in ongoing gun battles with police. This complicates efforts to find a political resolution to the crisis. Last week, you heard from Haitian Alexandra Pierre, who described the horror Haitians are living in. The need for international intervention is clear. Over the weekend, 20 Coast Guard officers and 31 Belize Defense Force soldiers arrived in Jamaica to participate in Exercise Trogon Shield. This brings together service members from Jamaica, the Bahamas, and now Belize as they integrate into a CARICOM joint task force. The exercise primarily focuses on training, planning, and executing a variety of scenario-driven security activities. Exercise Trogon Shield aims to enhance regional cooperation and readiness among Caribbean nations. A release from the Canadian Defense Ministry indicates that approximately 70 Canadian Armed Forces members have been deployed to Jamaica. Their mission is to provide training to military personnel from CARICOM nations who are preparing to deploy to Haiti as part of the United Nations authorized Kenyan-led multinational security support mission. We spoke to the Commandant of the Belize Coast Guard, Rear Admiral Elton Bennett.
This training that we are currently undergoing is actually the second phase of training. We started to train along with the Canadian military in January of this year. The very same team that is currently over in Jamaica did a 1 week training here in Belize, where the Canadian military came in country to do an introduction to what peacekeeping operations under the United Nations umbrella really looks like. So they looked at issues such as international humanitarian law, use of force policy, and so forth. So now we're moving over into Jamaica to do more operational training along with those other countries that will form a part of the joint task force in preparation for a possible deployment into Haiti. So they will be there for 4 weeks, and they would do operational training that will prepare them for the different scenarios in Haiti. We do understand and appreciate the level of risk that they will be taken into Haiti. Therefore, this training is very, very crucial to prepare these men for that possible deployment. So you're looking at peacekeeping and stability operational serials, what to do in certain events, looking at use of force policy, and to ensure the men are best prepared to go into that very high-risk environment.
The Canadian Training Initiative is designed to prepare CARICOM troops for deployment to support the efforts of the Haitian National Police, HNP, in restoring security for the people of Haiti. According to Commandant Bennett, the men sent for the training are the best that Belize has to offer.
The guys that are deploying from the Belize Coast Guard, this is our very best. These are members of the Coast Guard Special Operations Group. They're the best that we have to offer for high-risk operations. So they are very well trained. They have been exposed in the region doing exercises, special forces exercises in Jamaica for the past 2 years. Last year, they had the opportunity to go into Colombia to do exercise along with the different maritime forces in the region. So the exposure is there in an exercise structure. This will be our very first operational duty. So we can only prepare these men at the best that we can, and in this case, the Canadian military is there to help us to prepare them with training and to ensure that they're mentally prepared to go into a situation like this. But we have all confidence that these guys are very well prepared to want to take this training and to be prepared for the level of operations that they could possibly be involved with.
The 94th running of the annual Holy Saturday Cross Country Cycling Classic is in the books. It was one for records. After 5 hours and 39 minutes of race time, Honduran rider Luis Lopez emerged as the victor. He is the first Honduran national to win the race. Belizean Carlton Robinson placed fourth after a valiant effort in the 144-mile race. He was the first Belizean to cross the finish line. Even more impressive, the first 9 riders to finish the race broke a 16-year finishing time record. News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
At 6 a.m., 116 riders lined up at the starting line in front of the Digipark in Belize City. According to the Cycling Federation of Belize, 19 of them were foreign riders. Leading the pack at the starting line is defending champion Oscar Quiroz. After a ride through the streets of Belize City, the race officially began at mile 1.5 on the George Price Highway. Just outside of Belize City, 6 riders broke away from the main field of riders, creating a small gap. Among them are Honduran Luis Lopez, Belizeans Gregory Lovell, Carlton Robinson, Brandon Catus, and American John DeLong. At mile 26, it's still these 6 riders leading the pace, riding some 26 miles an hour. Just outside of La Democracia, Jocelyn Chavarria Jr. broke away from the group of lead riders as the chase group in hot pursuit was finally able to close the gap. By mile 33, the entire field of riders was back together. At mile 35, a small group of lead riders has been formed when out of nowhere, Honduran Luis Lopez emerged from the chase group and launched a massive attack. He blew across and began opening a massive gap. Into Belmopan, it was all Luis Lopez. That is until American Clayton Travis blew past Lopez. Wasani Castro was in hot pursuit of Travis. Travis displayed an elite level of endurance in racing, riding into San Ignacio and crossing the halfway point with an over 1 minute gap between himself and the main field of riders. In Unitedville on the way back to Belize City, it is still Travis Clayton. He has been in the lead for more than 30 miles. With American Corey Lockwood leading the pace, the main field of riders finally caught up with Travis heading into Camalote Village. Towards Rockville, Belizean Carlton Robinson and Jocelyn Chavarria are on the chase with two American riders as they try to catch up with American Corey Lockwood, who had a 30-second lead. It wasn't long after that Lockwood was caught and it was a whole new race, leaving Hattieville with only two Belizeans in a lead group of 7. Heading into mile 8, Carlton Robinson sets chase behind Guatemalan Alex Hulahu with the other lead riders in hot pursuit. A few miles from the finish line, Luis Lopez is in the lead as he is being marked heavily by Carlton Robinson and Alex Hulahu. Lopez launched an attack in front of the Lord Ridge Cemetery. Robinson answered the call along with two other riders and reined in Lopez. A mile outside of the finish line is all Luis Lopez. Fans assembled at the Digipark cheering on as Luis Lopez crossed the finish line first and claimed the coveted garland. He was followed by Hulahu, Abner Maxwell in third, and Carlton Robinson in fourth, also the first Belizean to cross the finish line. With finishing times below 5 hours, 40 minutes and 12 seconds, the first 9 riders to finish the race broke the record of 5 hours, 40 minutes and 12 seconds set by Rayan Bauman in 2008.
Estaba intentando hacer una buena carrera para mis competencias más importantes.
To have a good race for the most important competitions, I really wanted to push myself hard to give my confidence for the important races that come later. I wanted to push it to the end. There was a big lead that came later, and I waited. I was very patient. I felt very exhausted, but I found that the ones ahead of me were much more exhausted. So I waited until the end to push myself, although I was exhausted. The strategy was to hit it with everything I had, save nothing. I knew I was coming in with so many riders, but I knew if I put in a tough race, possible in the end, I was going to have a small advantage, a difference, and well, that turned out in the end.
Today, really hard race. Just want to thank God, my dad, my sponsors. I really try keep it together now. I know if they may bring it a little bit closer, I'm winning our sprint. I know if they may come a little bit closer, I'm winning our sprint. But I guess the guys may figure that I very fast, so they started attack, and I couldn't go no more.
Despite the position you came in, how does it feel for you today to be the first Belizean to cross the finish line at the 94th Cross-Country Cycling Classic?
It feels amazing, but I really wanted to win. But I have to be happy with this results now.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
And while a Belizean did not win the 94th Holy Saturday Cross Country Cycling Classic, as we said, Carlton Robinson of Team Alliance United came in only 20 seconds behind the winner. He was the first Belizean to cross the finish line. But who is Carlton Robinson? That is what many are asking as his name rose to prominence on Saturday. News 5's Paul Lopez sought to find out more about the young athlete. Here's that report.
"24-year-old cyclist Carlton Robinson crossed the finish line in 4th place in the 94th Holy Saturday Cross Country Cycling Classic. He was the first Belizean to cross the finish line. But who is this young man whose name filled the hearts of Belizeans with hopes of victory?
It's a wonderful feeling, but I don't ride this race to be the first Belizean. I ride this race to win. with all that come with the first Belizean, it's an honor to be the first Belizean.
Carlton Robinson picked up cycling in 2017, influenced by his father, Carl Robinson Sr., who rode as a hobby.
I got back on the bike due to some health complications. I was at the diabetic line, borderline, as they say. I was overweight, so I needed to shed some weight. And that's when I personally took back the bike. So my oldest son, he was riding with me at the time. This younger one wanted to ride, so we got him a little mountain bike, and that's when he started to ride. He met Baron Pope, and from there he fell in love with the sport. And I could remember Andrew Adonis telling me that, he said, I thought your oldest son is the one. He said, but this guy right here, this younger one, he'd be the one. As any good father would try, I encouraged him, I stood by him, and I continued to encourage him and continue to stand by him.
A cyclist on the highways and a tradesman by day, Carlton Robinson works alongside his father in their air conditioning business. A graduate of Sadie Vernon High School and IT vet, Carlton Robinson recalls his first racing in competitions organized by Kaya Katus, a former women's cross-country champion.
I started to ride back in 2017, where my dad and my brother was just riding uncompetitively, and I just decided to tag along with them, and therefore Kaya Katus had some high school series where I went to try them out, and I fell in love with cycling.
Recently, Carlton Robinson placed second in the Digi Wallet Valentine's Cycling Tour, and this is not his first time competing in a cross-country classic. However, his name was not ringing through your televisions or radios because Robinson did not complete his first 2 attempts, and he was the 24th rider to finish in 2023. But as fate would have it, he came in 4th place on his 4th ride in the classic.
The preparation was, we started to prepare for cross country from August. It's not just riding. We had a whole off season, went into the gym, did some gym work, did some long hours on the bike, some 7-8 hours riding.
Growing up in Belize City, Carlton Robinson encountered the same types of distractions and challenges that many youths are faced with in the old capital. But his father and cycling kept him grounded.
First of all, you got to be stern, The rules got to be the rules, You got to, first of all, look out for their safety, Because as we well know in Belize here, it's easily for the young men who doesn't have any kind of guidance, parental guidance, especially a fatherly guidance, to fall along the wayside, no? So I'm heavily on getting an education and being compliant to the rules.
Cycling will do that for you in a whole. When you finish riding and you ride 6 to 5 hours, you don't have time to do anything else. All you want to do is sleep. So that's the way.
There has been an outpouring of congratulatory messages from Belizeans to Carlton Robinson, the first Belizean cyclist to cross the finish line on Saturday. He says that he is overwhelmed by the support and that his heart is set on winning a Holy Saturday cross-country cycling classic.
I know I put in the work to be here. This year I put in the most work I ever put in. So I'm just reaping what I put in.
For me, as a father, as his father, I see it as a great achievement, We have come so far, but yet we haven't reached where he wants to reach, where he's supposed to reach. I believe in him very much. I know what he can do, and I see how hard he works at getting what he wants to get done, I'm super proud as a dad, as his father, as a Belizean, because this is our national day of racing.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
When we return, Dr. Fernando Cuellar diagnosed with blood cancer.
Life is full of precious moments worth cherishing, moments that shape our present and lay the foundation for our future. But amidst life's beautiful tapestry, there are uncertainties we must confront. How do we secure today while protecting tomorrow? Introducing RF&G Life Insurance, your partner in safeguarding what matters most. With a RF&G Life Insurance plan, you can ensure financial security for your loved ones, providing them with a safety net for the future. From identifying and recommending plans suitable for your unique needs to expert advice every step of the way, RF&G Life Insurance is committed to protecting your family's legacy. Choose RF&G Life Insurance for peace of mind you can rely on. RF&G Life Insurance, securing today, protecting tomorrow. Your life, your legacy.
In the past 3 years, Belmopan was the worst failed PUP local government under a failed PUP central government. And in their new term, they are only getting worse. They have now appointed a financial director for Belmopan that is an accused thief. He is Flavio Salam, who, as an accountant for Santander back in August 2018, was charged with embezzlement of $219,000, almost $250,000. This John Bresenio PUP will not change for the better. They will only get worse.
I don't care what anybody says.
Belizeans, we must stand against them. We must get rid of them. The PUPs have to go.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Earn V-Bucks and get a chance to win a $10,000 homecation with Benny's. Quality and savings. Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer-Gree air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
The Mega Bingo Progressive Jackpot has been getting bigger and it's now all the way up to $378,525. It's time to get in the game so you can have your chance at all that mega cash. Be sure to get your tickets for the next show airing on Wednesday, April 3rd on Channel 5 and Love FM at 8 p.m. or catch it online. Log in to YouTube or Facebook and search for Belize Mega Bingo. Don't miss it. You can be the next one to win that mega progressive jackpot. All that cash can make your dreams come true. And remember, Mega Bingo is the game.
Belizeans will remember that in 2016, the largest growers of papayas in Belize closed their doors under a UDP administration, resulting in the loss of hundreds of jobs and millions in revenue annually for the country. In 2019, Belize received only $300,000 in revenues from papayas. But today, through the steady work, guidance, and vision of the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, papayas are on the rebound. In just the first 2 months of 2024, 13 containers with 523,000 pounds of papayas were exported. That's a massive upsurge from 2023, when only 2 containers of papayas were exported in January and February. It is all about creating an enabling environment for our farmers and producers. Healthy, productive papaya farms result in increased revenues for the country and in hundreds of new jobs. The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, moving forward with leadership that works for our farmers, for the industry, and for the nation.
David Gibson, a distinguished Belizean ambassador and diplomat, passed away peacefully in his sleep on Monday in Belmopan. In a statement released on X, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed profound condolences to the family of Ambassador David Gibson, recognizing him as a genuine Belizean patriot and one of the nation's most prominent diplomats. Gibson's career included serving as the CEO of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs during Dean Barrow's tenure as minister from 1993 to 1998. He continued his dedicated service under the Musa administration. Following his diplomatic endeavors, Gibson took on the role of coordinator at the think tank Center for Strategic Studies, Policy Analysis and Research, CSPAR, which he founded in 1995. His contributions to CSPAR underscored his commitment to strategic analysis and policy research. Notably, Gibson played a significant role in the discussions aimed at resolving the Belize-Guatemala conflict. At CARICOM's 50th anniversary celebrated in 2023, Gibson recounted the pivotal role played by regional leaders in supporting Belize's quest for political independence in 1981. Here's an excerpt of that clip.
As Belize prepares for independence, CARICOM ministers converged in Belize to show solidarity and support as the government faces fierce opposition to the heads of agreements signed by Belize, UK, and Guatemala. This was a last-ditch agreed-upon effort to try to establish a basis for future negotiations in the post-independence period. Strongly, these heads of agreement, and they were heads of agreement, they were not actual agreements, strongly opposed by the United Democratic Party, the opposition, with even a suggestion that there might have been some collusion with the British to have the whole matter of independence postponed for 10 years, something which the Guatemalans would have wanted, having seen the cut of the jib and things going in the direction of an independence, a unilateral independence.
Well-known Belizean Dr. Fernando Cuellar has been diagnosed with blood cancer. A statement from his family today said that the unfortunate discovery was made while Dr. Cuellar was in the process of seeking medical attention for a back fracture. He is currently in the USA receiving treatment. The family says that it has been a devastating blow to them and that his thoughts are with his family, patients, and the people of Belize. The release also notes that Dr. Cuellar longs for his return to his patients and the country he loves. The family is requesting privacy but asks for prayers at this time. Up next, Autism Awareness starts at home.
The human papillomavirus, HPV, is responsible for 90% of cervical cancer cases. 80% of the population may be infected with HPV during their lifetime. HPV screening can prevent cervical cancer. Females 25 to 65 years old get tested for HPV. The HPV test is now available at your nearest health facility. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Pan American Health Organization, World Health Organization, with funding and partnership support from the United States of America.
Everything is better electric. Be more efficient with electric vehicles and transforming your home with Energy Star electric appliances and power tools. This helps to create a greener and cleaner world for the next generation. Energize your world with BL.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CIFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CIFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
April 2nd is internationally recognized as World Autism Awareness Day, a day meant to serve as a platform to foster appreciation for and honor individuals with autism spectrum disorder, as well as bring awareness to some of the challenges people with autism and their families may face, so that communities may extend acceptance and support for the individuals. News 5 spoke with Executive Chair and founder of Autism Belize to learn more about the day's significance. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
Autism is a neurological and developmental condition related to the brain development that impacts the way individuals perceive, socialize, and interact with others and their surroundings. Signs of autism can usually be observed in the early childhood years, with it affecting 1 in every 58 children born worldwide, according to the CDC. Executive Chair and founder of Autism Belize, Christy Castillo Almeida, explained their mission.
Autism Belize started in 2020. We're parents, we're all volunteers, and we have 4 goals. We want to teach about autism. We want to promote awareness. We want to provide support for parents, and we want to show acceptance. So everything we do is about that. It's all parent-driven, and it's about that support and creating that network for families, and then educating Belize.
Almeida said that Autism Belize was started in the midst of COVID lockdown to spread the word about Autism Awareness Month and offer support to parents who were struggling to adequately support their children and their needs during the lockdown. It began with 13 online sessions covering various autism-related therapies. She explained that Autism Belize is not meant to diagnose individuals. It is a community that helps others gain support, advice, and understanding.
We were trying to get the word out there, and we had so many parents that came back to us, was coming in and saying, oh my gosh, I thought I was alone. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And so I didn't set out to start an NGO. It was definitely parent driven. It just, people kept coming, and we grew very rapidly, very fast during the COVID time when everybody was sort of at home, struggling on how to deal with their children. And then coming out of COVID, we had a lot of kids with developmental delays, might not have been autism, but just because they were at home for those very instrumental years and not at preschool, not getting that stimulation, we had even more families coming and say, what can we do? And ever since then, we provide trainings every single month for parents.
While April 2nd is recognized as World Autism Day, Almeida said that the entire month is dedicated to autism awareness. Every Friday throughout the month, people are encouraged to wear blue as a sign of support.
It's really to start to get the world talking. A lot of times in the past, a lot of people go, oh my gosh, I don't know where it's all coming from. We didn't hear about autism, and now everybody has an autistic child. It really isn't that. A lot of it was we would keep them hidden. These were the kids that they pull out in Infant 2 and keep at home because they figured they can never learn. Spoiler alert, they can always learn. And we kept it hidden. And what we're trying to do is sort of take these kids, these invisible children, and bring them out into spotlight and say, hey, world, it's time for you to adjust to us. Let them come live in our dynamic, vivid world, And so it is about the conversation. So worldwide, buildings light up blue. We're talking Empire State Building, the Opera Center, the Taj Mahal, all around the world go blue. Because of Easter and how we go, we actually do the whole month. And what we ask is for people to go blue for the month and also to wear blue on Fridays.
Autism Belize will be partnering with several organizations throughout the month to host activities that draw the public out and encourage participation in events alongside neurodivergent individuals and their families.
We partnered with Special Olympics. So the walk, run, Special Olympics is coming out, and they're bringing all their people to come out and support as well. And then every year we partner with Belize City Council. And we go in the Friday before, and we do multiple sessions, like an hour. Every hour they send in like 15 people from traffic, from court, from all over. And then we do these sensitization talks all throughout the day. So the same talk over and over again to different people. And then the Sunday, the 21st, they organize a family fun event for our special needs families. So not just autism, we invite families from Stella Merits, and we're inviting Special Olympics, and we have an event just for them in the park in the mornings. Afterwards, they have for the general population, but they do that for us. And so we're always really grateful. So we have that sort of an event where families can feel comfortable to bring their children out.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.